You see here a completed project proposal form. We will start with your name and then your graduation year, your topic area of your project. These two boxes here will be checked once you have it printed, and then you'll put in the name of your Culminating Challenge advisor. The next area, the approval forms. These are just 4 boxes you will check once you have the form completed and ready to be submitted. You will then have your mentor name, place of employment if they have one, and a title if they have one. One of these boxes will be checked again once you have printed your form. And then the last item here on page 1 will be a detailed description of your Culminating Challenge. You will develop this description in conjunction with your mentor. You may talk to your mentor first, and then draft the description and go back and clean it up with your mentor, or you may draft a description before you even see your mentor, and then you can clean it up, and the mentor can then tell you, yes, it is obtainable. We like to have some detail in this question. Can't be very broad, because you're going to be held accountable for this description, and that's why we like to have some detail. There are a number of examples you can look at. Your Culminating Challenge instructor or advisor has examples for you to look at. Next item is your junior research paper. We would like to know how it relates to your project, or if it does not relate to your project. If it does not relate to your project, please give a description of what the topic area was and the main points of your paper. Also, if you did not have to do a junior research paper for some reason, you also tell us that. Then, if you need to do additional research, you'll check these 2 boxes when it's printed. We're then going to move down to the question of what you already know about your project area. This is to tell us if you have any skills already that will help you do your project, or it will also help us determine that the project is a learning stretch. That is, you don't know everything already about your project. Which leads to the next question. How is this project a significant learning stretch for you? Your Culminating Challenge project has to be something you have not done before. And so in here you will tell us the new skills you are learning by doing your project. And if you have no new skills you're learning, then you cannot do this for your Culminating Challenge project. Next question is the timeline for your project. Basically, you're going to take your description from page 1 and break it down into pieces. This could be by date. It could be by a sequential order. It could be by the areas of your project and how much time each one is estimated to take. There's a number of ways of doing your timeline. Then you will let us know what supplies you're going to need for this project and the estimated cost. Again, after meeting with your mentor, you should be able to fill this one in quickly. We then want to hear about some challenges that you are going to have with your project and how you plan to overcome them. We're asking you here to analyze your project, think into the future, and say, hey, wait a minute, this could be a problem area. Here's how I might handle it. I really don't want to hear about procrastination and meeting with your mentor. That is really not a problem with your project. Okay. Then we want to move down and we want to know how this is relevant to your future goals. One of the requirements of your project is it's relevant to what you're going to be doing in the future. You need to tell us how it's going to be relevant. You need to work in the skills you're going to be learning and how they could be of value to you, and how by doing this project could help you determine if you'd like to pursue this as a career. And then the last question will be, you're just going to list those items you are going to include in your project to verify you did your project. So these could be notes when meeting with your mentor. It could be whatever you're creating as part of your project. It could be photos taken during the process. It could be other information gathered from your mentor as you complete your project. Now let's take a look at a blank form. Here's a blank project proposal form. Again, how the form looks is just as important as the content. So here you're going to type in your student name. And if the graduation year wraps around down the next line, make sure you pull it back. Project topic area, whatever you are doing here. Okay. These boxes will be checked, and then your supervising teacher as you work your way down, you will then put in the name of your mentor. If I could type, it would help. And then you will check off here one of these areas. Now at this point, as in all our forms, we want one blank line after the question before you start your answer. Then you would proceed to enter in your description of your project in detail. Now, if you have quite a lengthy description and it goes on to page 2, that is perfectly okay. And when just a single paragraph on your way down, you don't need to break it into paragraphs or anything. And then when you're finished, that's all we want on page 1. Okay? We get on to page 2 here, how it relates. So, again, one blank line. Give us your information, whatever you are going to say here. Make sure your answers are not italicized. The questions are italics, your answers are not. And then you continue on. All right. And then again, you'll check this box here if needed. Okay? And then the same process. You want a blank line. You want to give us your information. As we continue on down our way here, I probably should throw a period in there someplace. I don't know why. I really don't care. All right, and then 2 blank lines before the next question. And then you just continue this process all the way through the project proposal form. Okay. 1 after, 2 before the next question. And you just continue this process all the way down. If you break between page 2 and 3, make sure you don't have any extra lines at the top of page 3, so you have a nice 1-inch margin. Okay? And if you end up with something like this, well, then we're going to have a problem, and you'll have to adjust the form so this information is all on one page. Okay, that should take care of the project proposal form.